Hey YouTubers, Facebook. Hey, I just wanted to kind of talk to you about the process of closing on a home. The process, I want to talk to you about just the closing process. So there are a lot of things that's going to happen prior to getting to this point, but I kind of want you to just kind of be prepared and understand exactly what you may have to do when it's time to close or just before time to close. It's kind of nippy in my office, not outside, so I just kind of threw on this shawl to kind of cover up. So I know it's May, and happy holiday weekend to you. If you didn't know, my name is Deanna Reinhardt. I'm CEO and broker of Reinhardt and Associates here in Columbus, Ohio, where we have the best real estate agents to assist you and walk you through your real estate transaction. So please reach out to us and allow one of our expert agents to help you. Do not go at it alone. I do not advise you to go at a real estate deal by yourself. Now to the topic, the first thing you want to think about is when you're going to close on a property, just thinking about the whole process of buying a home, is that the possibility of having earnest deposit, which means someone that you may choose a home, and there might be this house you might really love, and the seller may say, I want you to put down an earnest deposit for this property. This is not something your agent is asking you or the other agent is asking. This is something that the seller is requiring in order for you to buy this house, to let them know you're serious. So it could be $500, it could be $1,000, it could be $1,500 or more. However, if you really want this property, then you'll put that money down. So we call this earnest. Some people may call this escrow money. We're going to put money in escrow for this property. So just be prepared for that. That's why we say save a little money prior to buying a home, so that you can show and prove that if you choose a home, you can put a deposit down on that property. Another thing you may want to think about is negotiating closing costs. Negotiating closing costs is very important because it can help you bring less money to the table, right? So when you think about that, when you're thinking about buying a house, make sure that your agent is savvy enough to know that when we negotiate this deal, we want to make sure that and not only is that agent savvy, but aggressive. Okay, so I am very kind in the way I do my sales and the way I negotiate, but I am very aggressive when it comes to closing costs and things of that nature, because I'm working for the betterment of my client, and I want to make sure that they come to the table. And not only that, I have an insight of what my buyer can afford. So I have to make sure that I know that my buyer needs a little bit of negotiation or a strategy to get them into this deal. Even though they may have money saved, we don't want them to be house broke once they close. Okay, so moving on to that, after that, you want to make sure that you do a home inspection. Please make sure. I have noticed, I used to go in some of the rehab properties back in the day, and the rehab work would be so awesome that you really would not have to get an inspection, because you can clearly, as a person or an agent going in and out of homes a lot, you can tell when a property really needs work, or you might want to have an inspection on this property. Today is different. The rehab work, I have been noticing, hasn't always been the greatest. So you think it looks great on the exterior, you move in and you have plumbing issues, or you move in and there's some other issues going on that you couldn't see during your walkthrough. So please, if you don't save anything else, save for your home inspection, please. Okay, so that can range anywhere from $350 on up. And just before you start the process, start researching how much a home inspection is, because this is the one thing you want to be prepared for. You want to be prepared for down payment. You want to be prepared for doing your home inspection. Okay, guys, the next thing you want to think about, along with that home inspection, you want to think about a pest inspection for termites, rodents, anything like that. And that can cost anywhere from $99 to $300, depending on a radon test, things of that nature. When you have a basement or any area of the house, you want to make sure you do these specific tests that are important to you. Prepare, do your homework, find out what the cost is, what company you want to go to. Sometimes your agent can refer different companies. Please don't think because an agent refers you to a company that they work for them or that they get some kind of deal. It's not that way. It's just that they're in the business and they're trying to help you along or just kind of streamline your process. These people are not connected in any kind of way. It's just trying to help you understanding the market. They're trying to help you run through your process smoothly. So just keep that in mind and try not to attach other people to your agents, okay? They're helping you. They're making your process smoother, and they've worked with different people that do a good job, so they refer them to you so that your process is smooth. Okay, another thing you want to do is when you are doing your final walkthrough, which you will do before you close, some of the things you might want to do is measurements in your property. You want to make sure of count the doors that you want to have locks changed so that you can price and be prepared for that. You want to make sure that if you're going to get an alarm system that you prepare for that. And things of that nature. Final walkthrough is really good to just take some notes and figure out how much those things are going to be. You can even do that in your first walkthrough if you choose to. If this is your house and the offer is accepted, you can do that before your final walkthrough to kind of get that information. If there's any contingencies that needed to be addressed before you close, such as repairs that needed to be remedied before you close, like maybe you did a walkthrough and you said, well, there was some light fixtures that weren't quite right, and the seller agreed to repair those before closing. You want to make sure that all the repairs that the seller promised to do before closing are done before closing in that final walkthrough. Okay, so those are the things you want to tap into on that. Make sure your down payment is available way before closing and in your account, and the lender can see it. Make sure that your rate has been locked in with your lender. So these are questions that you would talk to your lender about. When are you going to lock my rate in? And just know that you're aware. Now, I have these checklist that I will post on my Facebook page. So if you want to print that out and just kind of have that with you as you're going through your process, that's fine. So just note, you can check on my Facebook page or my Instagram and also my website to see this 10 easy steps to closing. So now we're at signing papers. We're at the closing table. I just want you to be prepared when you go to the closing table to have official documents like your driver's license and your social security card. Please do not go to this closing without these items, because you will need to prove who you are. And also, you want to make sure that however form that your lender, that your title agency and your broker says that you need to bring your form of down payment, whether it's a certified check, whether it's just a regular personal check, whatever they say, however they say you need to bring that down payment is the way you need to bring it. Okay, so you need to make sure you're clear on how that's supposed to be done, if it's supposed to be wired. Make sure you have instructions on how you are supposed to bring your payment. Okay, so that is all I have for today. This is, 8 minutes long. Oh my gosh. If you felt that this was informative for you, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below as to what information you need as a home buyer or a home seller. I wish you guys a wonderful holiday weekend, and I wish you well. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.